Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
What's happening, Red K Nation? What's happening? Truckers United as one. I'm excited to be able to tell you that Red K Nation is now back online. Good to have you back, Shane. We missed you out here. As you all know, we linked both them groups together. So we're gonna run both pages. You know, you can look forward to me doing videos on there, tutorial videos and so forth, and we're still gonna, you know, do the same things we did on the Red K Nation, and we're gonna do them here on Truckers United as one. So look forward to that. I'm real happy that the Red K Nation's back. Shane's a real inspiration to me. For as young as he is and as knowledgeable as he is, and he just wants to do the same thing I do, and that's to help people, and that's awesome. You know, Shane's a great guy. Another thing I wanted to bring up too is I want to do a shout out to Tillman, and I know you're going to be seeing this, Tillman, and you know, all you brothers out there, I want to have you keep Tillman in your prayers. He's going through a little bit of a tough time, a little bit of personal struggles right now. So we want to bring him up in prayer and let him know that we're all thinking about him, and we got his back out here. Tillman, I wish you well. I know you're still struggling with trying to find that right trucking job and trying to balance that with family life. And I think all of us out here knows all too well how that can be a struggle. But shout out to you, and brother, I'm thinking about you, and you know, we're all here for each other, so keep that in mind. So for today's Friday, what is it? Friday the 8th, December 8th. Boy, this year's gone by quick. Before you know it, it's going to be 2018. For today's video, I'm going to go over a few ways that I know how to save money while on the road, primarily when it comes to eating in the truck. There's a lot of ways you can save money out here. The more that you can stay out of truck stops, the better off you're going to be. You know, simple things like a gallon of milk. If you ever go into any truck stop, a gallon of milk here at the Flying J at Lake Station is $5 something a gallon. That's freaking ridiculous. You know, I could go to Kroger or Aldi and get it for less than $2 a gallon. So, you know, if you buy your food on the road, don't buy it at these truck stops, because they rape you out here. You know, they know that we drive these big semis and we can't readily park just anywhere. So they take advantage of that and they jack the prices way up. And to me, personally, I think that's bullshit. But anywho, I'm going to show you some of the things that I use in the truck that I cook with, and yeah, and we'll go from there. So without further ado, let's get started. All right, people, so one of the things I got to help me save money is I got this really nice Coleman Camp stove that I use. It's old school. You got to put the Coleman Camp fuel in there, and a gallon of this stuff only runs like $2, and I've had this gallon now for probably over a year, and I still have half a gallon left, so it lasts forever. It's just Coleman Camp fuel. You can still buy it at any Walmart, places like that. So got this little bad boy off eBay. I think I paid $10 for it. Works great. You put your saucepan on there, a frying pan or whatever. It's just like your stove at home. You're able to cook with it. Another thing I got is this nice little sandwich machine. I've had this thing for a while. Matter of fact, I think I got this when I first started trucking, but this is real nice. You know, I'm still a kid at heart. So you throw a couple pieces of bread together, put a little butter on it, throw it in there with some cheese, and this thing makes grilled cheese in about 2 minutes. And then you can also put other stuff in there, like I put scrambled eggs in here already, and shut the lid. And you can take scrambled eggs and, you know, put some peppers and onions and stuff like that in there and some cheese, mix it all up in a bowl and dump it in these little compartments here, and that makes a hell of a good omelet. Another nice thing to have out here on the road is a crock pot. Now I can take canned soup, or you can buy stuff like that, beef stew or whatever, or if you're significant other makes a big roast at home, you can put that in Tupperware containers, put it in your fridge, bring it with you, you pop it in this, plug it in, around lunchtime, and by the time you stop for the day, you got a nice hot meal right there ready to go. All you gotta do is dish it out. So some of the stuff you might want to think about bringing is a large frying pan. With this you can make a hamburger helper, or stuff like that in. A small soup pan, if you just want to throw together mac and cheese or a can of soup. Get yourself a small frying pan, this way if you want to fry up some hamburgers or something like that, you can. And then, make sure you bring a good spatula from home, that way you have it with you. And another thing too is get yourself some microwavable plates like these. These work out real nice, they're microwave safe. So, if you just want to, bring a TV dinner or something with you, or you want something to eat on other than a paper plate, these work out real nice, they clean up real easy, and there you go. Now to go along with my Coleman camp stove, I have this hot plate also. So, if I wanted to fry up a steak and something to go with it, instant mashed potatoes or what have you, I have two cooking surfaces I can cook on. The hot plate and some of the other items I showed you, that's only if you have an inverter. I'm running a 2500 watt inverter in this truck, and I don't have any problems running this hot plate or that microwave right there. So just food for thought when you guys are out here on the road. The more you can save in the truck, the better off you're going to be. All right, boys and girls, so my most favorite item in the truck. We all drive semi. I'm pretty sure just about everybody on this page drinks coffee, so I'm going to show you my prized possession. Ta-da! This is my Keurig coffee maker. I got a pot in there. Forgot to take that out this morning. This is my most favorite absolute item I use every single day in the semi. We all know that coffee and truck stops can cost $2 something a cup. It's ridiculous. I can go to Sam's Club, buy that big old box of Maxwell House right there, and I believe that makes 84 cups of coffee. 84 cups of coffee. I think I spent less than $12 for that whole box. Awesome stuff, guys. Awesome stuff. If you haven't tried a Keurig coffee maker, I highly recommend that you go out and try one. Makes the best cup of coffee. All right, so some of the other stuff that I keep in the truck, you'll notice up here I got some dried cereal, got some popcorn, so if I just want a snack, I can throw it in the microwave. Got some peanut butter. I'm still a kid, so I like peanut butter and jelly every once in a while. And there's my loaf of bread. And then I got all kinds of different soups. There's Italian meatball. I'm a Chef Boyardee, so those are really good. Chunky soup. And then I got different things, that I can make sandwiches with, like there's a chicken spread, So there's all kinds of items you can buy at the grocery store, So that I can make up in one of my pans right there. So it's stroganoff, fettuccine sour cream flavored, mushroom flavored, good stuff right there. But those are some of the things right there that I keep. If you're lucky enough to have a truck with a refrigerator, mine's built in, so this is kind of nice. Then it allows you to carry, you can have your cold drinks down there. I got my Pure Leaf teas. I love my sweet tea. Soda pop. I got jelly for my peanut butter and jelly sandwiches. Down here I got my mayonnaise, I got butter, I got lunch meat and cheese. I keep my milk in here. And I got a pecan pie back in there too, but you can't see it. I got that since Thanksgiving, so I need to eat that up pretty soon. And then I even got a small freezer section too. And these are real good to buy also. You can get these at Kroger's for $1 a piece. So that's a cheap meal too. And they got all kinds, stroganoff, they got fettuccine alfredo, they got spaghetti. There's all kinds of different stuff you can buy here. And these are real good to eat on a fly too. Pop these in the microwave, within 4 minutes you got a hot meal. Something else you should always have in your truck, especially now that it's winter. Make sure you have a case of water or a couple of gallons of water. That's going to become important if you get stranded out here on the road. You want to make damn sure you got enough water and you got enough non-perishable foods to feed you for 3 or 4 days. You know, it is winter time, and you never know. You might be caught in one of them freak snowstorms and end up stranded in your truck for a few days. So you want to be prepared, you know, with food, water, blankets, heavy clothing, stuff like that. What's happening, boys and girls? So that's some of the ways that I save money in a truck. Is I primarily eat out of the truck, and I go to the grocery store where stuff's a lot cheaper than these truck stops, and buy stuff that I'm going to need for the week. If you're driving for a company, they don't have a built-in refrigerator. A lot of these truck stops, they sell these 12-volt coolers, 55-quart coolers that are you can plug them in and they'll keep stuff cold. I ran one of those first 2 years on the road, and they work really well. They don't have a freezer in them, but they kept shit cold enough where my milk and stuff stayed cold, and I was able to carry lunch meat and cheese and mayonnaise and just small stuff like that. You know, that way you can make cold cut sandwiches. Or if you stop at sometimes I'll go to a Subway and I'll buy a foot-long sub, but I'm not a real big eater, so if I buy a foot-long sub, I have them wrap that foot-long up into 2 6-inch subs. So I'll eat one, I'll put one in my refrigerator, and I have that for lunch the next day. So, you know, you can always go out and buy these, you know, they sell these coolers at these truck stops that just plug in, and they're reasonable, right around $100 maybe for one. Sometimes you can get them on sale for about $80. They have different sizes. They got the smaller ones that are a little cheaper, but if you're going to get one, I'd recommend the big one that looks like a big cooler. And you can set that right on your passenger seat, or I don't know, my first sleeper truck, what I did is I built the shelf over the foot of my bed. And I had the shelf about, I don't know, maybe 18 inches above where my feet went. And the shelf come out about 3 foot from the wall. And I was able to set the cooler right on top of it, and I just put a couple of eyelets in it and a strap over top to hold it in place. And I was able to keep my microwave and my cooler right at the foot of my bed. It was out of the way, and I didn't have to strap it down here in the passenger seat, so that works really well too. At any rate, I hope y'all enjoyed my video. This is your Friday video, and again, I want to reiterate, Red Cane Nation is back in the house. I am happy to have that page back. Truckers United is one. We're going to keep that page going too. Both pages are now linked together. So if you look on the pages, you'll find links to either one. And if you're members of both, great. If you're only a member of the one and not the other, please, you know, like the other one. You know, we're all going to be doing videos on both groups. So I hope you all have a super weekend. And if you're going home, I hope you have a wonderful weekend with your family. If you're out here on the road, you know, drivers, please be safe. It is the holiday season. There is going to be increased traffic out here, not to mention the weather starting to get kind of cold, and, you know, snow starting to blow around. So you're going to have that potential for idiots that don't know how to drive in the snow. And we all know that first major snowfall, people forget how to drive. So just be careful out there. Keep the rubber side down, shiny side up. And that's about all I had. So until next time, my family of truckers out there, you have a great, great, great day, and I'll catch you later.
Yeah. Yeah.